A little bit of a peek of the video, give you an idea of where we're going.
Way beyond me, lived here way longer than me, and they can't get it either. So I just think it's different. It doesn't work in the West, and it doesn't work here. Throwing more money at somebody in no way, shape, or form guarantees you any way of any kind of loyalty at all.
And here we go.
Yeah, well, you can't get a much more honest view than this. This is my, that's the room we've got for rent coming up. I just took photos of that and passed it on to Fawn. Told her I want to approve whoever she puts in there. I'm going to attempt to help her screen a little bit, get somebody a little easier to manage in there, a little better, more compatible person. I'll try and be nice about it. Anyway, so, but what's this video about? I just put up a video, one up. It'll have gone live like the one before this, so I'm doing them on average right now every other day. About 4 videos a week on average, which is, I think, kind of working out. I was just producing too much content, and I'm trying to be a little more careful and just going a little more slow and whatever, you get it. But that video was called I Chose a Hard Path. If I remember, I'll put a little picture. I've still got the thumbnail I made. I just made it. So I'll put it up there. You can see it. This is going to be the follow-up to that. I'm going to title it something like my path is more expensive than I thought, or than you'd think, or something like. I'll think of the right way to say it, I guess. But not a knock on anybody. And I'm going to start off with, because Fawn will get mentioned in this a little bit. I'm going to start off with she's fantastic help. It would truly and sincerely be very difficult to find somebody that functions at her level. She's incredibly sharp, and she's got a good education behind her. And she's got very good resources available to her from her work experience, and just it's sort of how the channel ended up being so good, in my opinion, not to be egotistical, but at the end, I recently did look at a couple other channels and just watched 15, 20 seconds of a few other people's stuff, and I'm like, what a bunch of crap. And I mean, I just, wow. I mean, so I feel really comfortable with my content. I'm very happy and very comfortable with my content. And if you like this, that's great. And if people don't, you go watch somebody else's stuff. That's great. You know, no problem. Anyways, no, but she's got great experience that gives her some real unique capabilities, and she is so helpful. I'm seeing another specialist doctor tonight for some things for me. This whole acupuncture and electroacupuncture thing was all her idea. She dragged me into it. I was very skeptical. I've had basic acupuncture before. It was nothing like this. That guy was a quack compared to these people. Just the placement of the needles wasn't nearly as like what it was. An entirely different kind of system. This is, again, it's just drastic help for my pain. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to go out and take up jogging. I wish I could. I'd love to be a runner. I would. The guys that lift weights are jealous of the runners. The runners are always jealous of the guys that lift weights because we're so big and bulky. But, you know, whatever. Everybody wants what they can't have. I wish I could do more. But all this has helped me do is just stay and enjoy less pain. So younger Rob would go out and F this up in 48 hours. Older Rob is like, nah, let's wait and let's just enjoy being in less pain. Anyways, no, she's fantastic help, and you know, and so you think, oh gosh, living in the village, Rob's saving a pile of money. Well, I am, but not as much as I could be. I was talking with somebody about these. This all kind of started talking with an expat friend of mine here in Thailand, and we're talking about the condos at CityLink. I think it's CITILINK. You can look it up. It's in Johor, which is JOHO for the Pi bond, the English spelling, and that's within the city bounds, or just on the edge of the city bounds in the metropolitan area of the city of Kolat, which is in the province of Kolat. It gets confusing, but you got Kolat City and then Kolat Province is the largest geographic province in Thailand, I'm told. I don't know. I don't care if it really is. It's big, but Kolat City is really just notable because it's traffic jam. It's just notable because it's a large business city for Thais. It's not it's kind of in the southern central. Think of it as the big city gateway to the Isan region. Anyways, it's cheap, and I'm saving good money being here, but I have a cultural life, no ceremony yet, but we're living. I live with somebody, and I live with Fawn, as everybody knows, regular viewers know. And she's got 2 boys, and she's got a family. And typical good, and she is the traditional good Isan daughter. She does support her family. She and her sister support the family in various ways. I don't need to give too much detail on that, but you get that idea. That's all typical normal stuff. And I've mentioned before how I've kind of gone in with the system. It's not a lot of money, and I chip in. I support the parents the same as sometimes she does, because she's got boys, so she gets a bit of a pass on that, because sometimes her money goes all to the boys. But then her sister, who doesn't have children, that would every month, right? So I just do the same. Great. But having a lady, they're people, and they've got lives, and even in my case with I want to say girlfriend, just to keep it simple. So for guys thinking of a girlfriend, this is kind of the same application for them. Okay, um, she's got a very good government job, making real money, and that's great. But the expenses of supporting parents, maintaining a car to get to and from work, and she's taken on this investment property. We live in one of the rooms at her investment property, which has now been expanded to 5 rooms. Maybe next year, the plan is probably to add a 6th room, and on and such. There's investment there. Long term, it's income and beneficial for the family, but over the short haul, it's nothing but hole you pour money into. I've spent 800 baht, which is cheap. It's $22 or $25 or whatever the heck it is. Having the yard regraded, and I'm probably going to spend, a couple hundred US, and having another couple loads of stone put in to clean it up. Once the rest of the truck drivers move out, the truck drivers just wreak havoc with the land here. They tear the crap out of the yard daily, and as soon as they've all moved out, and that happens in about a month, one's already moved out, which is great. He was the most egregious parker of the 3, and so then I'll put the stone in. But I'm not going to put the stone down and have the guys just chew the crap out of the yard, get the stone all mixed into the mud where it's useless. The stone does the best good sitting on top of the dirt, not mixing it. That's why you don't mix your driveway into your yard. Why would you do that? You don't do that. Anyway, so no, there's always these little projects. There's always something. Her car breaks down, and she needed a major service, and that was 20,000 baht for new tires and a major service. And and then it's the tuition for her boys comes up at the same time, because they're in the same school. So there's a month where she's going to pay the tuition for like more than half, or roughly half the year or something, all in one shot. And she, before she'd borrow money from people and slowly pay it back as she could. Now she just comes to me, and I go, yeah, I got that for you. But I get back fair to me, and that's my point. You want to make sure you're getting back what you think is fair, and you want to kind of stick to that, because it's human nature. Thai women are bad. No, it's human nature. Go to somebody back in your home country and just give them money willy-nilly and see how much appreciation you get. Over time, the appreciation drops off. They just keep asking for more. It's the same. It might be worse here because they're, let me check, poor. And there is some cultural stuff here which maybe isn't for everyone's general betterment. Certainly not for the betterment of the foreign people that stay here. It doesn't work to our benefit. The Thai culture is not intended to work to our benefit. You can extract a huge amount of benefit for yourself out of it, as I have and I do, because I hold to a line. I'll help you with this. I can do that, but I need this. I need that. You need to be respecting me. I didn't like how you talked to me. No, you can't say that. No, no. I call it. I do. I absolutely call it. I am my little one-man island floating around here doing my thing, and if people can't be nice and polite, I just exclude them from my life. If it's somebody I want to have in my life, I say, well, that's fine, but you can't be rude like that. I think that was rude to me in my culture. That's rude. I've adapted to your culture 80% of the way, but that 20, that's mine, and you now owe me an apology, sir. And then that's how it works. That's how I do it. Don't care. That's a baseline for me, okay? But no, I'm back kind of the positive side, because I am happy. I'm very happy. Sometimes I find myself kind of chuckling to myself a little bit, because I'm just so happy. Gosh, it was an expensive, all guys know how expensive divorce is, and not just expensive in terms of money, the social, the kids, everything. If your partner is willing to drag everything into the mud, which I don't know, sometimes I think women are more willing to do that than men. I could be wrong. It just seems to me like they're more willing to do that, because I think we tend to think of direct power of our physical size and our income, and it's our wallet. And I think if someone doesn't have that, they think of other angles to play to get what they want. It's not men or women. It's just if a guy was in that position, he'd do the same thing, you know. But anyways, all that expense, but man, it was worth it. It's so good. I can't believe how good it is. I'm so happy. I'm healing slowly, but I'm healing better in Thailand. I did a couple of videos on this, and that'll be an ongoing revisit. But I'm healing better in Thailand than I can in the States. Here I live in one of the richest countries in the whole world with very overly, ridiculously overpriced healthcare, but very good healthcare. But I'm getting more overall care here, and that's fun. That's now back to fun. You know, all the medical appointments that she's figured out, the top specialists that she found, I would have had no way of knowing. And I can go to the websites of the hospitals and I can switch the tab to English because I can read Thai like a 5-year-old. Okay, I can read street signs or something, but I can't read a whole paragraph about medical stuff. And she does all this. All this is because of her, and then her driving me to all the appointments. I mean, I've been here 2 years. I've probably had at least 100 medical appointments, and she's been at every single one. I've met with a doctor without her for a routine follow-up visit, like my 3rd or 4th or 6th routine follow-up visit. I might do one of those by myself once in a while, and she's legitimately working, you know, till 10 o'clock that night, and she can't take a break. I'm going to the doctor at 5 or 6 in the evening or at 2 in the afternoon, and she just can't get away from her job. She'd lose her job if she did, and I get that. That's no problem. But if I needed, her mother would be available. Her sister might be available. You know, her cousin might be available. You know, if I needed, I do speak enough Thai. I'm okay. Thank God. Anyhow, no, you get that. So here, so my path is more expensive than you think, and so for me, it's pa di and it's fair. It's the right amount and it's fair because I'm getting all this for what I pay. But I'm gonna say off the top of my head, and I will try to evaluate this better. I'm just on my newer budget now. This is just month number 2. As I get a few months into this, I'll go do an analysis. But I want to say, as best I can tell, off the top of my head, looking around at things, I think it's so hard to tell, but half-ish of what I spend goes to benefit of her and her family in some way or another. But I have use of a car. I mean, she provides a car. She provides a house. Yeah, I furnished it. I've bought all the appliances because she doesn't have any extra cash to do that, you know. But you get the idea, right? I just bought a new refrigerator for her aunt, you know, who's really nice to me, and is always respectful and kind to me, and always, if I ask for anything, she always immediately says yes to whatever it is. If I want to store, basically she stores stuff for me and whatnot. She's got a big house, and it's nice having the storage. You know, I'm about to put my Muay Thai bag there, and I'm going to work it there because she's got a big covered area. I don't want my brand new Muay Thai bag out in the rain. I'd love to have it right here, right up my front porch, but I don't want to build a roof here. I don't want to keep doing construction projects here when I want to eventually get to working on my house. You know, I'd like to start on some kind of construction within 6 months and, you know, finish the dirt and put the wall up and just a little, you know, putzing on it. I want to keep putzing on it. But I want to keep putting too much money here at the rental. But I do, you know, I do help her. You see, you get the idea. So that's kind of my point, is that, you know, for the cost of a bar girl or a rent-a-girlfriend pay-for-play, real quick, salaries on that range from, typically start for a foreigner, Thai men will pay a lot less because they're more culturally desirable than we are. For the 50,000th time, please hear me. We generally have to start paying somewhere around $8,000 to $10,000 a month at a minimum. Generally around 20, it kind of tops out. Unless you're really rich and you're trying to get some super smoking hot whatever, you're going to get what you pay for as far as physical appearances. You will not be getting what you pay for in any way, shape, or form in terms of ethics. You cannot purchase ethics, sir. That won't work. It doesn't work in the West, and it doesn't work here. Throwing more money at somebody in no way, shape, or form guarantees you any way of any kind of loyalty at all. At all. You will get smoking hotterer, as my further mutilation of the English language continues. But you will not be able to purchase the ethics. That you got to find on your own. You got to do that the old way. There's only one way to get ethics, and that's to find the right girl. Sometimes it's easier if the lady has kids, but I only know so many people here, and I've seen Thai parents, the mothers included, throw their kids to the wolves for their own benefit. So I mean, I've seen that in the West too. Obviously, I don't know how many of my guy friends are single dads, and the mom just basically went and flew the coop and went and did whatever the hell they were going to do, and you know, the guy stuck with the kids on his own, and the kids don't even talk to the mother. So I mean, there's that. But I see that more here. I see that absolutely more frequently here, by a lot. I don't know what that number is, but it's like 100% more or 300% more. It isn't 10% more. Anyways, so you can't buy ethics, but that 8 to 20,000 baht a month, and if you're in a tourist area, by the way, that's 8 to 20,000 baht a month plus extras, and the extras will be handbags, designer shirts, clothes, big dinners out, lots of expensive trips, bringing along cousins. Hopefully the cousin isn't a guy, because that's the real husband. Oh, that's a cute one. I got one on that coming up. And this just happened to somebody I know. And my gosh, what a crazy place this is. You know, but generally, if it's not in a tourist area, well, that'll add up. In a tourist area, that'll add up to 40, 50,000 baht a month. You're talking big money. If you're borderline morbidly obese, 67-year-old guy with hair coming out his ears and then doesn't just wears athletic wear and doesn't look athletic and all that, and you want a 23-year-old model, you're going to be paying 40 to 60,000 baht a month for that in total. The salary will be 20 or something, but all the extras are going to be significant. Hear me on that. But here you don't pay the extras. You're just going to pay the salary if you want to pay for play. I don't pay anything, but I do give an allowance. So okay, call me a liar if you want. That's fine. Tomato, tomato. I don't care. But I do pay an allowance, and then I do some support in addition to that. But it's all within a budget that I define, and then I choose where, who, how, when, and why I give what. And then if you don't choose that and take control of that, you do run the risk of then turning into the family, what they call the family buffalo, which is an insult. The buffalo, I assume it comes from, I don't know this, I don't think it matters to the channel, to you, but it comes from the buffalo on the farm does all the work, right? You just do all the heavy lifting, you're the big beast of burden, and they're all kind of lounging around at your expense. I think that's maybe where it comes from, but it walks and quacks like that. Whether that's true or not, it doesn't matter to you. You're going to feel like a buffalo, as I just defined it. Not that I'm not saying that anyone here wants to do that to me. I don't feel that. I feel genuine affection and emotion. If I'm hurt or not feeling well, I get real concern, not just because I can't reach for my wallet quick enough because my arm hurts, but you get what I'm saying. And I've been cautious. By my Thai friends have all said that she's really good, and that's super critically important to me. Super critically important. If I didn't have Thai friends saying that about her, I'd be less emotionally involved in this relationship. As you should be less emotionally involved in yours if you don't have good Thai friends you can trust telling you, because Thai friends can read Thai culture, foreigners really can't. I've yet to meet a foreigner that can really read Thai culture, and I've got some friends that speak at a very high level, way beyond me, lived here way longer than me, and they can't get it either. So I just think it's different. So anyways, that's my follow-up video, like something about the cost. My other one was on how hard this path is, and I am living in this brackish sort of half in, half out. I'm still a Westerner, but I'm living here in this village. I mean, it's, sorry for the shaky cam, but, I mean, that's great, but it is difficult culturally for me. I like the challenge, and I'm cool with it, but you got to really be your own island if you want to do this stuff. All right, that was it. Good luck. My name is Rob, and thank you for supporting my YouTube channel. I meant every word I just said with respect.